Overnight destroyed a building and all of the equipment inside it. You see the flames still smoldering right there. Now it happened on the north side of Dilworth. That call came in just before midnight about a shop on fire in the 4800 block of 50th Street North. Clay County Sheriff Mark Empting tells Valley News Live that there is no cause determined yet. He says the state fire marshal will be on scene a little later this morning. And here's the latest on breaking news that we have been covering on a double workplace murder in North Fargo. A 35-year-old man is now in jail, but our check with Fargo PD this morning shows they have not yet released the names of the victims. This guy behind me right here, Anthony Reese, he is now in custody on 2 counts of intentional murder after the shooting deaths of a man and a woman at Composite America in the 400 block of 27th Street North. Scanner traffic indicated the woman was pregnant and shot in the abdomen. Sources tell Valley News Live that Reese was fired from that job yesterday morning. He then went back to the manufacturing plant and opened fire. Police are not confirming that information, and they haven't said yet exactly what led to that shooting or who the suspect's targets were. They do say that Reese then drove to police headquarters after it happened and turned himself in. Officers recovered the weapon they believe to have been used in those murders. Reese does have a criminal history. It shows he has been a registered sex offender for the last 7 years and that his last known employer is listed as the same address as where the shootings happened. He does have a history of violent crimes and several drug convictions as well. 6:53 on this Thursday morning. Now we want to get a check of the forecast. Another windy one out there today, Lisa.
Yes, wind, and there's still some snow out there too. You can see that on our sky cam. I've zoomed in on our flags here at the Dakota Magic Casino down in the southern end of the valley, and the flags moving in the wind, and so are those flakes illuminated in the lights there. We've got some areas still kind of dealing with similar conditions to yesterday, though not as tough as some places were yesterday with those winds gusting to 50 miles per hour. Here's a look at our conditions right now in Fargo. We're at 27 degrees. It feels like 13 when we factor in these strong winds. There's a northwesterly gust to or steady speed to 21, a gust to 31, and we are looking at that low departing, so our pressure's rising pretty rapidly here this morning. In Grand Forks, we've got temperatures below freezing as well, 26 degrees, wind northwesterly at 22, and a gust still into the 30s there, 30 miles per hour, and again a wind chill of 12 degrees. There are a lot of places with wind chills into the single digits, so bundle up today. You're going to want to, especially if you're going to be out in the open, out in that wind. It's going to really feel kind of tough out there. Northern Valley. So we're seeing some of those snowflakes coming down along Highway 75, moving into the Crookston area. We've been dealing with that for a while into Polk County, and that continues to move southward. As we take a look at the Ada area, you could see some snow showers there back over to Mahnomen, and there are some dropping through Clay County and over into Becker as well. So don't be surprised if you see some of those flakes in the FM area, especially if you're more into the Moorhead and Dilworth areas here this morning. And then, of course, we've got the wind. A gust to 33 over in Devil's Lake, 30 in Grand Forks, 32 in Thief River Falls. Oh, looks like Grand Forks just got an update at 33 miles per hour, and Baudette at that same number. So east to west, we've still got those strong winds. And then in the Southern Valley, looking at some wind speeds that are into the 20s and 30s. So it's tough. Wind northwesterly, so it continues to drive in this colder air, and so it's going to be a very chilly wait out at the bus stop. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies in Fargo, and as we head into the later morning, we'll see breaks in those clouds starting to develop, and we'll get more partly cloudy, and then eventually heading home from the bus stop, we're looking at temperatures that don't warm up much, but we've got some sunshine in Fargo at least. And check out the wind. It'll be northwesterly all day, but gradually it eases up, and those gusts will be ending too, so we get a break finally heading into tonight. Warming Friday, above freezing with a south breeze. And then this weekend, Saturday looks to be the nicer day, especially if you're traveling. Sunday, we have a quick moving system moving through that'll bring a chance for a little bit of snow, but wind will be accompanying that. And then heading into the holiday week, we'll have to watch for a chance for some light snow on Wednesday. I know it's a big travel day, so we're going to keep you updated on what to expect as we lead up to Thanksgiving here in your forecast.
Yeah, big travel week ahead. Lisa, thank you. It is now 6:56. 4 Minnesota linemen are being hailed as heroes after rescuing a 23-year-old woman from a sinking car. She was driving on Highway 37 near Hibbing when she lost control and ended up upside down in a water-filled ditch. Take a look. A four-man crew from Lake Country Power happened to drive by and saw the car. They jumped into that ditch, flipped the car on its side, and bust out of window to pull that woman to safety. Two teams of medical personnel from the U.S. Department of Defense are on their way to Minnesota to help deal with one of the nation's worst COVID infection rates. Yesterday, the state health department reported nearly 3,500 new positive cases and 46 new deaths. The emergency teams will be stationed at the Hennepin County Medical Center near Minneapolis and the St. Cloud Hospital. The interim chief and medical officer at HCMC says they have been at capacity for months, but they called the last few weeks as difficult as any since the start of this pandemic. A Larimore man is now in jail for allegedly threatening to give a police officer COVID and then spitting on him. Grand Forks police say they responded to a call Sunday night at the Roadway Inn where this guy, 36-year-old David Gomez, was driving erratically. Court documents say when officers tried to pull him over, he drove off, crashed into a snowbank, and then tried to run. When police caught him, they say Gomez leaned into an officer's face, said he had COVID, and then spat on him. While North Dakota state prisons do have a smaller number of job vacancies than most other prisons, the Department of Corrections and the Cass County Jail say that doesn't mean the state isn't wrestling with other issues. In the last 5 years, the Department of Corrections has seen 30% fewer applicants, as well as a higher turnover rate and extreme burnout. It's something the Cass County Jail says they're seeing too, which is partly why they're currently down 20 officers.
And a lot of our turnover happens within the first 6 months of employment because it's just not the right kind of work for some people. It's not, not made for everybody.
Both the Department of Corrections and the Cass County Jail say they are working to increase salaries to be competitive with the current job market, and they're actively recruiting throughout the state in an effort not to further fall any behind. Take a look at this here. Roads on Christmas Island, they're closed as they turn red as thousands of red crabs emerge from the forest to head to the ocean. This is just off of Australia. Even that special bridge was made so they don't get run over. Millions leave their home at the same time so they can go to the ocean to mate and spawn, creating this major spectacle. Let's get the answer now to that question of the morning on Facebook. Our question today is, on average, one of these is touched 25 times before someone decides to buy it. What is it? The answer, a greeting card. You got to open it up. Make sure it's funny enough for you or that maybe it's appropriate for grandma. Remember, you can play along every day. Just head to the Valley News Live Facebook page. The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today, it rolls on. More live up-to-the-minute news and weather is coming up for you right now on the Fargo CW. Bundle up before you head out the door and have a great Thursday, everyone.